Hello and welcome back. We're back with our Royal Mercury typewriter, which I think I picked up about 3 months ago on eBay, and I love it. It works great. A lot of features on here I didn't realize it had at first, and I'm figuring them out. Still got a few little spots that I can polish up. There's a little spot of rust here that I'm not quite sure what to do with. But what we're talking about today is on the back. When I got it, this screw right here was missing, and this whole metal piece, it's just a guard, was loose and it was sliding up and down. So I took this screw out and put it in here because this is the whole base. So I did order some small screws, which finally arrived. Everything on this is actually made by, I don't know if that's going to show up in the reflection, but this is actually made by the Seiko Corporation. So it was made in Japan, and I'm used to Seiko making watches. I'm used to that idea, but yeah, this was made by a Japanese company. So everything on here, fastener-wise, is metric. And by a process of deduction, I realized that this was a M3 screw, and I had M3 screws, but I did not have short ones. So I had to order some short ones, which have finally arrived today. And I got, these are, actually, I forget how much I paid for this. There's 100 of them in here. This is an M3 by 0.5 millimeter pitch by 4 millimeter long. And 4 millimeter on these, this is a socket button head cap screw. And it's taped shut, so if I try to do this without taking the tape off, they're just going to go flying everywhere. Okay, and they use that glass tape, which is pretty good stuff. It's strong. It's not going to break on you. So that much is packaged well. So if you look at this here is just a little. It's just a little Phelps, not a Phelps. It's just a straight screw, and these are actually socket button head cap screws. And the reason I buy these is because you can see here. Let me put them up here. These actually come with a little Allen wrench to install them with, and I haven't tried these, so I'm not sure if this is going to work. But the reason for this is when you go in with a screwdriver, if I were going to screw this in, I would need to come in from this angle. And a screwdriver, you know, is at least as long as this pen. So you need quite a bit of space. And I like these guys with the socket head because you can use a little wrench like this. So instead of needing this much clearance all the way out to here, I only need clearance down to here. Which is not a big, huge concern on this particular screw, but it might be in other places. So I tend to go for these. So I'm going to see if I can get this in here. And maybe this is the wrong size. I tried other M3 screws, though, and they did fit. There we go. So we can see, okay, this is going in here just fine, and I can just turn this little Allen wrench, and so we don't need to super tighten it down. I'm just going a little finger tight here, and that's it right there. So this piece is not going to go anywhere now. Now obviously these two screws don't match, and I'm ultimately okay with that because this is a vintage machine. It's 50-60 years old, and I don't want people to think that all of the parts are original. This does not match any of the other screws. Okay, so it's going to be pretty easy for people to say, "Oh, yep, that is that's a replacement screw that was put on at some point." But there we go. It only took 2 months to get these, and I forget how much these cost, like $7 or $8, and now I have 99 of them. So if you need an M3 by 0.5 by 4 millimeter socket head cap screw, apparently I'm your man. But these are stainless steel, so they're not going to rust at all. And the nice thing is they did include, this is a number 2 metric hex key. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. This is going to work out well. So if I ever do lose any other screws on here, there are actually quite a few that are this size. I will have replacements, but hopefully that is not going to happen. But anyway, I am by no means a typewriter mechanic, but I don't know a lot about repairing. I don't know anything about repairing, and I don't know a lot about reconditioning things, but I can replace missing bits, and that's what we did here. So it took about 2 months to get these. So I did have to end up ordering them from Amazon. I could have bought them from England, but the shipping would have been about $40. So, and if I spent like, it's one of those things where you put it in your cart and it's $4, and then the computer says, great, $296 more, and you get free shipping. And I did not need $296 worth of fasteners, although I gotta admit, it was tempting. I used to work in the fastener business, and I love the things, so endlessly fascinating to me. But yeah, so Amazon said this is going to take 2 weeks. It's going to arrive sometime around May 3rd to May 5th. And 2 weeks ago, they sent me an email, and they said, we're so sorry. This is going to be late. It's not going to get here until May 18th. And then earlier this week, they said, good news, it's going to be here on the 5th, so you're getting it early. And I'm like, well, it's not early if that was the time I was supposed to get it. But apparently, according to their metrics, this came early. I think it came on time, but pretty happy with this little kit. And that screw fit in there just fine. So, and it is actually, you can tell, it's not sitting high, and it is actually engaged. It's engaging this trim piece and the frame underneath. So it is just long enough, 4 millimeters. So yay, now to go type some stuff. See you next time. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this, please feel free to hit the like button. But if you have a question or a comment, please go ahead and leave one of those. I do read everything that I get, and I would love to respond to you. So until next time, have a great day, have a great week, and be careful out there.